Hey folks, it's Nick with Bootstrap Farmer, and today we're going to show you how to bend a 16-foot hoop for a DIY kit. Each kit consists of two 10-foot with a little bit of swedge top rail, and the top bow piece is 5 foot 1.5 inches, and you'll be cutting off the swedge and discarding that or using it for a future project, but we're looking for two open ends at 5 foot 1.5 inches. And make sure during the course of the whole project you're using things like earplugs, gloves if you need them, and some eye protection. One common question that we get is, hey, I'm at the store, I'm trying to buy a 10-foot pole with a swedge on it, but these are all 10-foot sticks. What do we do? And that is exactly what you do. You just get the 10-foot sticks. I don't know why they print it like that at the hardware stores, but a 10-foot stick is actually 10-foot sticks. Let's get it on. So the left and the right round portion is going to be what we start with the 10-foot sticks at. The 5-foot part that you're going to cut off is going to make the top. So let's start with the two sides. For efficiency's sake, we're going to put the two pipes together. We're going to start measuring from the swedged end. That's very important. And we're going to measure 18, 36, 54, 72, and then 75 inches. Now the instructions say it's going to leave you with 9 inches sticking outside of the bender. And what I want you to keep in mind is that the 75 inch is at the collar, and the 9 inches is going to stick out here. So that accounts for this section of the bender itself. So once we mark one of the pipes, we're going to take a square, we're going to ensure that our ends are butted up, and then we're going to mark 18, 36, 54, 72, and 75. Now I've bent a lot of pipes, and I'll tell you one nice thing to do while you're at this stage and while they're on the sawhorses is just roll those over and continue on your mark so you can see it when you get back up to the bender. So one thing that almost nobody will tell you is during the manufacturing process, this is called tube steel. And whenever it's made, there is a weld that happens on the inside and the outside. So this part right here is really what you need to put on the downside of the bender whenever you're going ahead and bending it. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you look right within that circle and kind of move it around, you'll see that seam. It's pretty finished off, but go ahead and put this side down whenever you're bending it. All right, so now that our two legs are marked, I'm going to stick the swedged end inside of the collar to the first mark. It doesn't matter to me if the mark is here or here, as long as you're consistent. I always like to put mine there. Okay, again, so I'm going to put the mark to the collar, and I'm going to bend until this pipe just barely touches the back side. Then I'm going to slide it until the next mark is to the collar. So again, once you get to the 72, the next mark is 75. You'll put it there, and the extension bar, this will be the collar that goes into the back side of the pipe. I'll just give you a little bit of extra leverage to make that final bend. And this is the part that's going to go into the ground post, so it's nice and straight, and it gives you a place to put in a bolt. And now we're just going to repeat for the second leg. As I said earlier, we're then going to take a 5 foot 1.5 inch for the top part, and so we're going to measure from the open side, and we're going to cut here, and then we're going to discard the swedged end for a future project. 5 foot 1.5 inches. Now that we have the 5 foot 1.5 inch pipe cut, I'm going to measure every 9 inches. When it comes time to bend this, I like to do about half on one side, flip it around, and do the other half. It makes for a cleaner bow, a little bit easier to do. For this part, you will exclusively use the cheater bar. What you just saw is me flipping that bar around to get rid of this collar so I can evenly distribute the bend all the way down to the end. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and flip the bar, make it a little bit easier to bend. Now that your top part is made, we're going to stick the two legs swedged in on this side with a number 8 self-tap, swedged in on this side with a number 8 self-tap. Make sure it's on the bottom so whenever you put your plastic on top, it doesn't rip. Let's take it outside and see what it looks like. So after you get your first hoop made, go ahead and set it up, screw it together, and make sure it's within the 16 foot. Now listen, if it's a little bit bigger or a little bit shorter, that's okay as long as they're going to be consistent. You can always widen it out or compress it in as you're installing them inside of the ground post. The finished hoop size is 99 inches tall, but once you put it inside of a hoop house, you can expect that 99 to be closer to 123 inches, which is right about 10 foot 3 inches tall finished out. So if you want to see a little bit more details on how to install the hoop bender, check out this video. And if you'd like to learn more about hoop houses, you can check out our Hoop House 101 series with Julian, who is head of our tech sales, and myself as we discuss everything you need to know about hoop houses. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.